I need your absolute attention for a moment. Please, pay attention to the video you are about to watch and see if you can notice the problem.
It's an interesting character for me. It's not necessarily somebody you'd think that I am right off the bat be playing. A lot of people say, you could play Truman. Sure. But it's like, it was a tough job for me.
Did you see it? Some of you might have even seen it, but don't know how to describe it. What you just witnessed was a micro-expression. And even though it only lasted a fraction of a second, it could tell us everything we need to know. A moment of contradiction between emotion and words. Robin Williams' last video interview was with The Talk in 2014. In the interview, he discussed his new show called The Crazy Ones and shared some stories from his past. Here we see Robin in a moment of what appears to be slight joy talking about playing Truman, and then a flash of extreme sadness. And it doesn't just happen once. These are clear patterns of behavior that are universal. Have you ever wondered what someone is thinking? I'm not talking about those sideshow scammers you see grifting in the strip malls, preying on the desperate. I'm talking about a way to really know what someone's truly feeling. If we were looking at the world through the lens of Dr. Paul Ekman, maybe we could have spotted this contradiction. Eastern Highlands Province, Papua New Guinea. A mountainous region of the Papua New Guinea highlands, between the upper reaches of the Ambulum and Okapa rivers. Dr. Paul Ekman, a renowned psychologist who specialized in the study of nonverbal communication and facial expressions, is just finishing up his second year studying the facial expressions of the four people when he reaches a startling discovery. From 1967 to 1969, Dr. Ekman was interested in their facial expressions and whether they were universal or culturally specific. He found that the four people had the same repertoire of facial expressions as people in the Western world, which further supported his theory that facial expressions and emotions are innate and universal. This research with isolated tribes helped him to further refine his theories and develop his understanding of how facial expressions work, which has been invaluable to his work on micro-expressions. Dr. Ekman recorded their interactions and studied their facial expressions while teaching them how to read emotions from Western faces. His work with the four people helped him to develop a comprehensive theory of micro-expressions called the facial action coding system. Micro-expressions are subtle, fleeting facial expressions that occur within a fraction of a second and reveal a person's true emotions or feelings.
There are two kinds of facial expressions, a macro or normal expression, which comes on and off the face usually in 2 to 5 seconds, and a micro expression, which goes on and off in a 25th of a second. Now, if you use slow motion or freeze frame, a micro expression looks just like a normal expression, but it's been compressed in time. It's an attempt to conceal true feeling.
These expressions can occur when a person tries to conceal their true emotion or feelings, and they can be a reliable indicator of lying or deception. Micro-expressions typically last for a fraction of a second and are often difficult to observe. However, with practice, it is possible to develop the skills to identify these subtle expressions and understand their meaning.
Here is the really interesting thing about Paul Ekman. I'm scared to be around him.
Yeah, I was very kind of paranoid when he was around.
You just assume that he is going to just like peer right into your soul, and he's going to basically give you a printout of all of your bull.
To spot a lie using micro-expressions, it is important to look for inconsistencies between the person's verbal and nonverbal behavior.
Colleagues have touched on counterfeit goods, and I share their concerns very deeply. I'm also concerned about stolen goods. Mr. Bezos, are stolen goods sold on Amazon?
I just said I'm with over 1 million sellers. I'm sure that it has happened.
For example, if someone is saying one thing but their facial expression suggests something else, it could indicate that they are not telling the truth. There are different types of micro-expressions, each corresponding to a different emotion. The 7 universal emotions are happiness, sadness, fear, anger, surprise, disgust, and contempt. Spotting micro-expressions of these emotions can be useful in detecting deception. In summary, understanding micro-expressions and how they work can be a powerful tool in spotting lies. It takes practice to become skilled in identifying these subtle facial expressions, but with time and effort, it is possible to develop this essential skill. Dr. Paul Ekman's theory proposes that facial expressions are universal and innate, meaning that they are hardwired into the brain and can be observed across different cultures, languages, and ethnic groups. FX has been widely used in various fields, such as psychology, sociology, and forensic science, to understand the emotions, intentions, and attitudes displayed through facial expressions. You have to realize, the average person lies 3 times per 10 minutes of conversation.
The question is never simply if someone is lying, it's why.
For more information on micro-expressions and how to train yourself to become a human lie detector, visit Dr. Ekman's page linked in my YouTube description. For more content like this, like and subscribe to my YouTube and TikTok channels and stay tuned for more. From everyone here at Beneficence TV, we wish you all a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Expand your minds and subscribe today.